So in the previous episode of Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury, we got to see a lot of things were happening. Miorine has gone through a lot of business trips, and because of that, all she has on her mind is business, and she's not really thinking about what Suletta is thinking. You know, she only sees numbers. And there's going to be yet another attempted assassination on Delling because, of course, you know, this man can't go long without somebody trying to kill him, or at the very least, without Vim trying to kill him. We also got to see some new characters, Sophie and Noria, and that other guy who is like a father figure to, what's-her-face, who's Nika. There you go. So we're going to see them as well. They've taken whatever that ship that Bob is working on, to which, oh yeah, I forgot, Guel is now Bob, so that's fun. You know, people keep telling me about all these Bob the Builder memes, but I have not seen a single one of them, which is just fantastic. You know, I appreciate that of all the things that Twitter feeds me, it doesn't feed me Bob the Builder memes. If you guys enjoy these videos and other videos of mine as well, and you're not subscribed, because I have a lot of people who return but they don't subscribe, and you know, I appreciate if you guys leave a subscribe, you know, a little like, and even comment if you really want to. I'm not gonna call you out this time, I say, as I'm technically calling you out for not subscribing. But look, all I'm gonna say is that once I reach 1,000, I'm probably gonna shut up for the most part, but right now, I want to at least get 1,000, because look, I'll lay out my plans once I get there, alright? But I just want to get to 1,000 at the very least. Anyways, let's get started. I assume this is the business, huh? So Suletta is just working her ass off so she can forget. Good thing Nika is coming too, because she knows what's about to fucking go down. That too, she wants to work hard or else she'll be discarded. I like that they brought their farm animals onto the... Yo, you're hiding and your hair is... Oh, Suletta. Silly Suletta. Doesn't even realize... I was supposed to say a zero-gravity environment, but, you know, she would realize, but she's just a little clumsy, you know? I just want some fucking bad shit to happen, and then Suletta just be like, you know what? I kinda don't feel like saving you right now. But I don't even think Suletta would be that savage, would she? But I do wonder if this is the time that people are gonna kind of figure if that Nika is, you know, concerned that they're bringing her people, by they, I mean, dude, it's been like a week and 2 weeks and I can't remember anybody's name. And Guel, of course. Shaddiq, there you go. So I do wonder if this is when they're going to, at the very least, suspect, because we know that, what is that fucking guy who's is he the president or whatever? Because, you know, the guy who saw Nika talking with Shaddiq. Martin, there you go, that's his name. Ah, Suletta! Oh my god. Uh-oh. He wasn't talking about you, but unless we have to. Bob! Oh yeah, he knows. Unless the Jetur gives it to him. Oh! What a caring guy. I forgot to talk about him specifically. Just sneak us in, yeah. No. No. See, because when you think that you'd be like, oh yeah, Suletta would want to go with me. There's nothing else here. Oh my god, now Suletta's just like, wow, they didn't order everything for everyone, so like, not me. Oh, that's, she's just fucking sipping in the fucking toilet? Is this what it, nobody cares about me, they only care about Ariel. No, they're in a bad relationship right now. You did. Oh. Wow. How dare you tell me to... I like how Vim is just like, you're gonna die anyway, so fuck you. Wow. When you fucking die, you better not complain about me. Damn, dude, he's... Was that him struggling so he can... It's such a big fucking... What? Quetta. Begin the operation in 2 hours. How dare you fucking say that? How dare him, of all people, fucking say about daddy's love. We ain't waiting for no one. Oh, my nose is really fucking itchy. Oh, still watching Aereo. Big fan! What, you wanna fight her? Oh, you'll get to meet her. Oh, how nice, you know? Suletta's got a little fan, even though she's a terrorist. Suletta's got a fan who's gonna come and see her. No, she's just in the fucking bathroom. Sad that that everybody's forgotten about her. Wow. I'm glad that your daughter has done you proud. Oh, a lot of things. Oh, isn't that the exact reason? It's because she's making friends and she's developing connections. What, you thought that? Oh, she's like, I thought I had friends. No! No, that's what I was just thinking. It's hard to... But you don't know that unless you actually tell them. Unless you actually take a step forward, huh? Is that where you are? Okay. Oh shit. Oh my god, no need to fucking bang on the door that fucking loud. Close the door! Holy shit! Damn, banged her right in the head! Damn, look at her. A professional. Oh. Understandable. And this time it's way too scary. I was thinking, I'm like, would never understand. Oh my god, really just fucking karate chopped her. Damn, really just punching her boobs. You fucking... Oh, did you just punch her in the solar plexus? Solar plexus? Wow. Say it. Well, I mean, she does rely on you. It's what she just said. Damn, dude, is she your fucking maid? Oh, email you 3 times a day, goddamn! Oh. Oh. Wow. You know, historians will say that they were really great friends. Or cousins, I don't know, whichever one. Alright. Attack on Plant Quetta incoming. Well, I'm glad that, you know, they've gone over that issue before the terrorist attack. Oh my god. Well, cool. It's a good thing your father left, because, you know, you wouldn't want to see him there. Wait a minute, if your father isn't there, then we can't... You can't slap him! Oh, it's the Lifra from the fucking prologue. Oh, finally gave her the keychain. Aww. See, look. She will use your gift begrudgingly. Uh-oh. So, like I said, I'm glad you guys fixed your relationship before the fucking terrorists come and attack. Let's fucking go! Fuck it, whatever. If she dies, she dies. She'll survive. But if she dies, she dies. Get fucked, Miorine. That's what you get. We need to take you to Aereo right now. Oh, hey Nika, your fucking consequences are coming. Oh yeah, you can't leave your daughter behind. Oh, is that Aereo with an upgrade? I mean, Aereo was fucking destroyed, like, all the limbs and shit. Oh, you haven't made it out yet, Vim? Well, I guess he did say that's why you should do it 2 hours from now, or else because he'll be out by then. Oh, Vim, you are here! Can't wait for Bob to come in. Yeah, let's fucking just blow up wherever he is. You've got a loose cannon over here. God damn, how the fuck did Miorine get over here? Uh-oh. And then you guys are separated. You better make it to Aereo, Suletta. That's how you're gonna ever fucking do something. Uh-oh. Is that, you know, she's seeing the pilot. Look at those fang. What the hell? A witch from Earth. Alright. A witch from Earth. So that's Sophie. The other person's Noria. The more sensible one, I suppose. The one thing that I really like is that, other than the fact that it's been around 2 months, somewhere around there, and that's the time that, you know, Guel had ran away and became Bob, and during that time, he works for this employer, and who seems to care about his people a lot. And I really like that this is the person that Guel gets to, work with, because it seems like, for once in his fucking life, when he's working with someone, that they're going to give him compliments, that they're going to actually acknowledge his hard work and be like, hey, Guel, you know, like, good job on your shit, don't overwork yourself. And like, you even saw, like, Guel's demeanor, in the previous episode. When he's working with people, he's a lot calmer, and he's, I would say, more smiley. Keep marching instead of running off. Okay. Wow, that's a nice picture. Holy shit, they're like fucking Earth gangsters. Alright. Well, you know, I might as well finish the whole Guel thing. But yeah, he seems to be a lot more smiley. His demeanor is a lot more calm than he would when he's at school, and when he has to put up that puffiness, when he has to, let's say, he has to impress his father, and it really does feel like, in terms of personality, he was trying to act like his father. And so, now that he's separated himself from the Shaddiq family, and he's, again, working with these people who are so much nicer to him, and again, with an employer who actually cares about him, sort of like when they were being taken hostage, and his employer was like, hey, yo, you can take the fucking ship, just let my employees go. You know, he seems to be a very caring man, and that's, and I'm very interested, now that we know that Vim is here, the fucking idiot, but now that we know that Vim is here, and if Bob, or Guel, you know, if Bob is going to fucking get out somehow, and he's able to see Vim again, you know, especially with the talk of Delling being like, hey, yo, dog, you do realize your son's missing, right? So why don't you try and find your son instead of talking about my daughter? We've got that mention, so like, we're probably gonna have that chance of Bob meeting his ex-father, and you know, we'll get to see, oh my god, we could see the stand-up that Bob is going to do. What am I calling it? I did say I was gonna call him Bob, but I ended up, well, I was talking about past tense, you know, Guel, before Guel became Bob. Or at the very least, eventually, you know, maybe it might not be next episode, but we are going to see him standing up against his father, and just him finally realizing that, you know, he doesn't have to follow his dad, he doesn't have to make his dad proud, as long as he's proud of himself and all that, considered that he's already given up that Shaddiq name and ran away and all that. So it's going to be nice if we do see that confrontation, and I'm just gonna be very exciting, you know. It even though we've only seen so little of what Bob has been doing, you know, in his new job and all that, I was going to go and just say that perhaps that employer has been, within that few months, has been more of a father figure to Bob than Vim, but that's such a, I don't know, I feel like that's such a big speculation on like the little amount of scenes that we have, but, you know, on the offside of everything happening off screen for Guel/Bob, I like the development, I really do, and again, I'm just very interested to see the confrontation, but I am going to go back to the sender, and I'm gonna go write my notes, so. Alright, so that was episode 11 of Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. Alright, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. My hands and my mouth were not coordinating with each other. Anyways, I was going to say that Suletta and Miorine are the biggest talking points. I'll talk about them last, but I feel like I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. But I do want to talk about Shaddiq and Nika and, you know, the terrorists first, just to get them out of the way. And so I wrote my notes. I said, Shaddiq be breaking all the trust. To which, you know, he did say in the previous episode that more or less he's really... Well, he didn't say specifically that he's got nothing to lose, but him saying that he's not going to hold back anymore. So here he is, kind of just doing this big fucking plan of killing the head of the Benneret group. And also the fact that the other girls in his harem was like, you know, Miorine is in Plant Quetta, right? Like, you don't want to at least wait 2 hours to see if she takes, you know, she goes and leave off or whatever. And Shaddiq is just out here like, look, man, if she dies, she dies. But with her, if luck is on her side, she will survive through this, you know? Nothing like a little trauma to really get you going, you know? He's already, in his mind, he's already broken her trust. So, like, what's a little trauma really going to do? Am I right? So, well, at the very least, I can see that Shaddiq, I don't know, maybe we'll see him actually be there at Plant Quetta in the next episode, but I don't know. But for right now, I see that he's really taking Miorine's advice when she said last time during the battle, towards the end of the battle, of her saying like, oh, well, you're always trying to take the lead, or you're always trying to do it yourself because you don't trust other people to do the job for you. And now here's Shaddiq, just sitting where he was, like in the fucking, what is it, the Grassley house or whatever. You know, he's just chilling there, and he's just gonna let the terrorists do it, and he's not gonna do it himself, you know? He really took that advice from Miorine. He's like, yeah, you're right. I should just let the fucking terrorists do it. I don't need to fucking kill Delling myself. I should just get them to do it. I'll place my trust in them. Good job, Miorine. Giving this man some good advice. But below my note of saying Shaddiq be breaking all the trust, I wrote perhaps Nika as well, because this is truly the place where her fucking actions will, I mean, all the actions that she's been doing previously is going to blow up in her face. I assume so, because these are her people coming in to attack Plant Quetta, and I'm not really sure if other people from Earth House know about her family or not. You know, we haven't really heard much about that, and I am not sure how close is their relationship in terms of Nika and Choo Choo, you know, whether they're in a much more closer relationship that Choo Choo would know about Nika's family. We'll just have to find out in the next episode, maybe. I stumbled at some point and I tried to repeat some of my thoughts, and now everything's all muddled up. Like, I know that I'm talking about Nika, but okay. So I was wondering whether this is finally going to get Nika to actually choose a fucking side, because right now Nika is very much dipping her toes into two separate pools. That is working with Shaddiq and actually working in the Gundam Inc. And we see that she's, you know, doing a good job. And again, it's this with Miorine giving Nika a project. You know, she's like, I want you to lead this next project, and Nika's like, well, you don't want Belmaria to do it? And Miorine says, I want you to surpass her. And and as Nika says, thank you for overestimating me. You know, it's that feeling again that I see from Nika, especially when we had that point where I believe it was before the fight with Suletta and Elan, where they had to build this whatever rocket propeller or whatever for Suletta so she could actually battle in space. And Choo Choo was giving Nika a lot of credit, and that was when I had wondered, like, oh, that maybe that's just Nika feeling like she's not up to it, but people are just putting her on a pedestal, you know, or she's just, I don't know, she's just, I don't know, she's just anxious or whatever. And just knowing that Nika now is working with Shaddiq, it kind of makes me wonder if she feels like all these praises that people are giving her, like, she doesn't deserve it. I mean, I guess that is what I was thinking before, we found out that she was working for Shaddiq. But now it kind of enlightens me a little bit more on why she feels like she doesn't deserve all these praises, because I would assume it's that inner guilt that's just eating inside of her. That's why it's inner guilt. Like, anyways, yeah, she just has that guilt that's eating inside of her, and perhaps that's really one of the reasons why she feels like she doesn't deserve any of these things that she's getting, like getting this lead project for the fucking Gundam Inc. Like, that's a lot of fucking pressure, but also that's a lot of power for Nika, and especially if she knows that she will have to bring this report to Shaddiq if, they fucking survive this terrorist attack that Shaddiq is putting on. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Nika will finally have to choose a side, whether it's the Earth House and the Gundam Inc., or it's Shaddiq and her family, I assume, because we still don't specifically know the reason why Nika started working with Shaddiq in the first place, other than the fact that I assume that Shaddiq and the Grassley House are helping her family, or her family figure and all that, so that's what I assume, but we'll just have to find out when Nika feels like fucking talking to us about it. and so I wonder how, I already mentioned it, I wonder how specifically Choo Choo is going to feel about that, because we know what Choo Choo's stances are with Spacians, and how she essentially looks up and admire Nika. No, I don't know if she looks up, but she props Nika up, and she looks up to Nika. That's like the closest word, but it's not exactly the one that I'm looking for. She respects Nika. There you go. So it'll be interesting to see Choo Choo's reaction to that, knowing that this person that she respects and think is a worthy Earthling is actually working for Spacian this whole time and getting other Earthians to fucking work with the Spacians. Ooh, that's a big no-no, Nika. That's a big no-no. And then there are the terrorists. I feel like I shouldn't be calling them terrorists, but this is exactly what they're doing. They're creating terror right now. So, they're just doing the fucking job. They're like a hitman at this point for Shaddiq. And it seems like well, actually, according to Bob, they've got the mobile suit from the Jaturks, because, Vim Jaturk and Shaddiq were working with each other before, Shaddiq decided to betray Vim. He just said, alright, Vim, fucking YOLO. Yeah, so they've got that, and then they're hiding in there. I realize I actually don't have too much to say, other than the fact that towards the end, we've been seeing that Sophie has been watching that video of Aereo and Suletta, and it seems like she has some sort of an admiration for Suletta, just because she's like, wow, do you see her? She's fighting 6 people at once, and she's doing fucking great. And when she sees Suletta towards the end, she's like, hey Suletta, you're the Witch of Mercury, and me, I'm Sophie. Is that, hold on, before I forget, just in case, before I mess myself up, and like, this is not Noria, right? Yeah, nice to meet you, Miss Witch from Mercury. Sophie, yeah. Why? Did she had fangs before? I don't remember if she had fangs before, because, like, I was just like, why is she suddenly getting, like, one specific fang? Anyways, I can't remember if she actually had fangs before. I'm too lazy to look back. Anyways, so yeah, Sophie introduces herself as the Witch from Earth, which is an interesting point, and whether is that actually true in terms of like witches. It kind of makes me wonder, like, will she help Suletta get to Aereo because she wants to fight Suletta? You can't exactly fight Suletta if she's not in a fucking mobile suit and you're in a mobile suit. A little unfair, don't you think? So I wonder if Sophie will help Suletta get to Aereo, so then she can just battle it out, even though she's just like, I want to be the vanguard, I want to be the one who takes the lead in killing Delling, because that's our job, right? That's all we need to do is kill Delling. But now she sees Suletta, and what if she just like, alright, my primary objective has changed, I want to fight Aereo now. we'll just have to see in the next episode. And the other question that I just have is what the fuck is Elan doing? I guess we'll just have to see him in the next core, huh? In terms of like, what is it? Peil Tech. There you go, that's her name. I wonder what Peil Tech is going to be doing, and I do wonder if that is, I assume that it's going to be like the next core. You know, because we've just been dealing with Shaddiq right now, and Peil Tech for the most part, other than them, you know, fake Elan at the time, trying to take Suletta's aerial, and then dying about that, and, you know, Peil Tech has been behind the scene for the most part, while Shaddiq gets the, gets the highlight and everything, you know, he gets the limelight. So I assume that Peil Tech is going to come back in the next core, and they're going to start their own, their little plan of stealing Aereo or whatever. So, you know, we just got to see new fake Elan for a little bit, but, and he was trying to sow the seed of doubts, but then that kind of fucking got now, you know, that one has fucking vanished, so that seed of doubt is now gone, so whatever, new Elan, goodbye. I'll see you in spring, I guess. Unless we see him just a little bit in the next episode, but, you know, we'll just have to see. We will just have to see. I suppose the other short thing, I say short as, like, I've probably rambled about the 3 previous topics for a bit, but the other short thing is the meeting between Delling and Prospera, and I suppose now Delling knows Prospera's true identity, or at the very least, he perhaps have had known it already, because, like, Prospera was just like, well, you know, you can call me Elnora if you really want to. And so, and Delling was just like, alright. You know, he's fucking cool as a cucumber out here, and Prospera gives him a little USB, you know, a little data chip, and she was talking about, like, the Gundam, the Gundam and everything, and how, like, she's like, oh, during this one fight, you know, Suletta went through, like, I forgot what that thing is called, like, stage 6 of whatever, Farrick is the, what is the name of the fucking rock thing that they used to, hold on, in the last due of Gradsley, Ariel's permit score reached 6. Okay, permit, that's what it was called. Okay. Also, Delling's like, oh, you brought a Gundam here just to prove that or whatever, just to show that, and then she's like, oh, you can call me Elnora if you prefer. Okay, whatever. But she says that, so she hands him the little data chip, and she started talking about this new thing called Quiet Zero, and she says the Quiet Zero can proceed to its final stage. I assume Quiet Zero is, she's just kind of talking about Aereo? Not really super sure, but, you know, we'll just have to fucking figure that out. Like, you know, they're like, we've got a second core to go, so we're gonna fucking toss you in these new terms and whatever for you to rack your head about until spring. So, you know, we've got that name now. We were also introduced to this one other guy who's like a pro pilot or whatever, and he's gained some weight, and I don't know, my brain hasn't really registered him yet, so we'll just have to see about that. But, like, they were talking about something like a Turk ship was coming, and it was called the Blood Worm. It was the captain. They say he was an ace, but he couldn't even sit in the seat with that belly. I was thinner back then. Yeah, this guy, Captain Kenanji. And he says Dominicus was created to correct injustice. Is that a new one that it's just another fucking name. I'll write that in a bit, but I just wanted to take a look at this. Captain, we've detected a fleet ID on standing course to the moon. It's a Jaturk ship. Its name is Warmblood. Warmblood from the Plant Patrol Fleet. Why would it be there? I can't figure out what is Warmblood? What is Warmblood doing there? Is that... because I was like, is this a ship that was coming to pick up Jaturk? But if Vim was there, then they would figure that, you know, Vim was going to leave or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out, it's another Jaturk ship, so, like, is that a what's-his-face, the brother of Guel, that's coming or not? But, I don't know, we'll just have to see. But I wanted to write down Dominicus. Alright, yeah, I'm not sure if we've heard of Dominicus before, but I'll just put that in, just, you know, in case it comes back in the next episode or whatever. Consider that they've got a bit of an alert on Warmblood and all that, so I wonder if we're going to see him in the next episode. just them coming on over, like, hey, yo, what's going on here at Plant Quetta? What's happening here? But, whether we'll see them in the next core or not, we'll just have to figure that out. Okay, with all of that out of the way, because I know I've already talked about Bob, let's get into Suletta and Miorine. Jesus Christ. Oh man, the whole first half of this episode, and just seeing Suletta, she felt worthless, especially after what had happened in the previous episode. Like when Suletta literally said, "So you don't need me anymore?" And Miorine, without even looking, was just like, "Yeah, I guess you can say that." And it's just, so Suletta now feels worthless, and she wants to work harder so that she can prove that she's not worthless. Although, one of my other things I was thinking is, like, I assume she wants to work harder so she doesn't have to think much of it, but I think she was still thinking about it even when she was working harder. So, for the most part, she works harder to prove that she's not useless, but she's also hiding from Miorine. She's not doing a good job of it, because Miorine knows that she's hiding from her. And, God, that conversation between Nika and Miorine, where Nika's just like, "What, aren't you going to talk to Suletta yourself? Like, what's going on? Why are you guys are having an issue?" And Miorine's like, "I didn't do anything wrong." And we were like, "Yeah, you didn't, yeah." You don't even fucking realize that you've done something wrong because you were so into your fucking business. And now you're starting to notice that Suletta is feeling down. But, Miorine being the person that she is, she's just kind of, she's just out here like, "I didn't do anything fucking wrong." And so, God, just seeing Suletta after the whole lunch thing, and her just holding up in the bathroom and just drinking juice, like, "This is my lunch now." God, that was just absolutely sad, dude. And of course, when she feels anxious and whatever, one of the person that she would want to call is her mom. So she talks to her mom about it. And, she tells her mom, like, "Oh, I feel like I thought I was making friends, but in reality, it was probably just me who was thinking that we were all friends." And I was like, ooh, that fucking hurts. But, of course, her mom goes in and just be like, "Hey, yo, dog, have you actually talked to them about this? Fuck's going on?" But, I guess she was going to go cheer her daughter up, or maybe do something sinister, I don't know. And she told Suletta, "Hey, yo, come meet me and Ario. We're gonna have a family discussion." But Miorine had gone there at that time, and she overheard Suletta's talk with her mom, and so she confronts her about it. It's like, "Hey, yo, I heard everything you just said in that bathroom. You better fucking talk to me." And we had a nice low chase scene. And in the end, we saw Miorine giving Suletta a hug, but also really just trying to get Suletta to not run away anymore. And we got to see Miorine open up to Suletta, which was a very nice thing, because Suletta, for the most part, has opened up to Miorine a lot. And Miorine hasn't really done that all that much. It kind of feels like she thinks that her actions will show it. That's what I feel like. She feels like she's like, "I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say it. I'm gonna fucking do whatever I'm gonna do." And Suletta is not really that person. She'll do something, but like she would also would prefer for you to actually fucking say it. That's what I assume, anyways. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about that interpretation. And so here's Miorine having overheard this fear that Suletta has, and she finally opens up to Miorine. It's like, "Hey, yo, why do I keep saying hey, yo?" Miorine goes and she says, "I wanted to run away this whole fucking time. Before she met her, I wanted to get away. I didn't want to talk to my dad about this. I just wanted to leave. But then I met you and your stupid policy of moving forward, and you gain 2. And because of you, I have a business to run now. I have to listen to my father talk almost every day." You're the reason why I'm here right now. Even though she says that in a almost complainy way. You know, that is really just her saying that she is relying on Suletta, and Suletta really is a fucking pillar. You know, it's what I mentioned in the previous episode. Like, the reason why Miorine is here is because of Suletta, and well, Miorine has said that to Suletta. And again, with the whole opening up thing, she goes and she says to Suletta, I want you to tell me that you want me to rely on you. Wow, what a fucking say. You know, I want you to email me 3 times a day, like, Jesus. What if she runs out of topic? What do you... I want you to keep in contact with me. Come on, why aren't you emailing me? Maybe that's why Miorine's been in so much of a business mode. She just hasn't had enough of Suletta during her business trip. And then she goes back to the whole, like, I want you to take care of my garden. Which, you know, very nice. You know, before... Miorine was just going to get gardeners to do it. I was thinking about it before and how, you know, the way that Miorine was doing it, but again, her head was way too much in the fucking business that she didn't even realize what Suletta felt. With her, like, hiring gardeners to do the job for Suletta, and then hiring Elan to do some of the tests as well, so then Suletta doesn't have to do it all the time. You know, I would assume in her head, and even she kind of says that, like, it's crazy to have only one person do all the tests, but at the same time, you know, in her feelings, she just didn't really put it out in a nice way. In her feelings, I would assume she just didn't want Suletta to do everything, you know, she doesn't want to rely on Suletta. But yeah, the 2 girls hug it out. They've become very good friends, you know? A bride and a groom, very good friends. and as I said, it's a good thing they made up before the terrorist attack, because we don't want them to be in a bad relationship when the terrorists are coming to attack. That would be real bad. But they got separated anyway, so... They've got separated, so we'll just have to see what Miorine's gonna do, right? As Shaddiq said, if luck's on her side, she'll survive, so fucking you got I don't know what the fuck I am talking about at the current moment. I think the caffeine that I've been drinking is crashing on me, so it's also very hot here. What was I talking about again? So yeah, it'll be like 2 weeks until the finale comes, and then we get the second course, so nice, very interesting. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, but if I do, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.